let's say you are not in the reality, but you're in this huge studio, and they're all the people around you are all actors hired from you from noticing that this is a studio. So the Truman Show that I chose represents the reality problem to the skepticism problem. So if I had not told you, Christian, that this isn't a reality, then how would a Christian find it out? How would you find it out that you're in a studio, and how would you find the evidence? This leads to the problem of skepticism, which I want to focus a few minutes about Descartes' problem. Discussion of this problem is really essential because it defines the mind-independent world. If we could define or find evidence that we are in fake reality, then the mind-independent world would exist. So the Descartes' problem is that explaining that how perceivers would find evidence that mind-independent world would cause our perceptions or represent an external object. So according to the book, our textbook, so Descartes talks about this problem, that perceptions cannot be believed, and the auditory and visual or even tactile sensations can all be deceived. So that is why this problem is so hard, that science is all dependent on the visual or auditory sensations, so that we cannot solve this problem, that if there's a mind-independent world or not. So Descartes explains this problem with the memory, that non-genuine memory, memory from non-genuine reality would not link to genuine reality. Also, there's George Berkeley, who says about the intrinsic criteria that three things such as independence of the will or vividness, lively, or the smoothness would help us distinguish if it's non-genuine or genuine. So my solution after watching Truman Show is that Truman Show shows a flaw of George Berkeley's or Descartes' problem, that just like the case of Lenny refuses the memory from psychology continuity theory. So I'm not sure of my solution yet, but I'll continue to the Kant's argument that phenomenal or noumenal, separating phenomenal and noumenal world. In conclusion, in further, Samuel used Truman Show cases to tackle the Descartes and George Berkeley's problem, and how the film can be interpreted different in Kant's perspective.